Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back into the TnT podcast. I'm your host Ted,
I'm Tim.
and today we're going to be going over one of our favorite childhood games. He's got like 3 copies of it.
I was going to mention that, but
No, he's got 3 copies of it for 3 different I don't say consoles, but he's got one for his PC, he's got one for his Switch, and he's got one for his PlayStation, right?
yeah.
All right. And I got one for my Xbox, but that's just it. And the game is called Spongebob Squarepants Battle for the Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
Battle for Bikini Bottom, rehydrated.
Yes. Yes. It's one of my favorite games as kids, and it was really exciting to play it again, all remastered and stuff. And the cool part is about it, they actually restarted it from scratch.
Yeah, I told you about that. Yeah, it's not like they just took the original game and just made it look new. They rebuilt the entire game from scratch, which is awesome.
Oh yeah. No, what I hated most about that was IGN's comments about that.
Oh, they were saying it's unoriginal. They didn't fix any of the game's issues. And I'm like, yo, dum-dums, it's a goddamn remaster.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of it was just to exactly that, remake it.
Yeah. So then you could play it on the new consoles now.
They dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. They always say FIFA is like, they always rate FIFA like 9 out of 10 every year. So I'm like, yeah, you guys don't really play the game, so.
I've told you how many times all those sports games are the same thing.
Most of them literally copy and paste now. They used to actually make edits on the game, but now it's just all copy and paste.
Yep. And it's like the graphics get better by like 1%.
1%, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, but this one, the graphics became so much more clearer. It was just so much more,
much more clearer.
Well, it's, yeah.
I'm sure.
What are you laughing about that? The way I said it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But anyway, the graphics... It's a
lot more colorful.
Yeah.
But, 10 out of 10.
I gotta have to say, 10 out of 10. Just in general, like, just playing the game, it just felt like I was playing it from when I was a kid. Like, it just felt great just to play it out and look for those golden spatulas and Patrick's good old socks.
I don't speak Italian. But no, I actually... Wait, get it. Talk.
Okay. But, anyway, just playing it out. I actually would YouTube, like where all these golden spatulas were and where all these golden, not the golden spatulas, well, where Patrick's socks were. Because, honestly, they would put these socks...
They hide them well.
They hide them pretty well. You wouldn't even expect... It's where the places where you least expect the socks to be. I mean, one was on Goo Lagoon, which was underneath one of the rocks. You didn't even know it was there.
Yep.
Like, unless you turn around and go look down, you wouldn't even know. Because you're so focused on the spatula, you would forget that it was actually right there.
And I have the original PS2 copy that I actually found before we did this. Oh, I destroyed this thing. Oh my god! It's all like taped up.
Yeah, it's all like taped up and scratched, and they put.
I put it in an Xbox case.
And
the original one probably broke.
Yeah, I don't even know where half my like PS2 cases
mine
are.
All over there.
They're all probably broken somewhere, or threw them out or whatnot.
Yeah, this disc is really scratched.
Yeah, the disc is like roughed up. It's seen better days.
That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's a 17-year-old disc.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 2003.
Yeah. Granted, it's that, but I gotta say, even throughout the times, what else? What was really more cool about it was more of the, just the not the graphics, but like more of like the imagery, because like it's more clear on there. Because like if you go to let's say you go to like you're in Bikini Bottom, right? You're by SpongeBob's house. You can actually see downtown. And you can actually.
It was like that in the old game, but
it wasn't as clear.
Well, it was just barely there.
Yeah.
Or like really far in the distance.
Yeah, but like for the rehydrated one, you could see Jellyfish Fields very clearly. You could see down to Bikini Bottom, Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, which was really cool because the moon is huge on the screen, so it looks really nice. Blue Lagoon is right there, so it's really cool. What else? What else was really cool about it? Rock Bottom was pretty cool. I think a lot of the things from the remaster, I think obviously were better than what it was in 2003.
Almost every single thing about it.
Yeah.
The only thing I was hoping they were gonna fix was that in the original, Mr. Krabs wasn't voiced by the actual actor who plays Mr. Krabs. It was done by a stand-in. I was hoping they were gonna fix that, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Then obviously, Mermaid Man, just the actual actor, unfortunately passed away. Was it last year?
Last year, 2 years ago, one of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
So that obviously they couldn't fix. But I was hoping they were gonna have the real Mr. Krabs voice. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think about the game? Let's compare it to the original first.
Okay.
So, what would you give the graphics out of 10 compared to the original?
I think this one that just came out blew it away. The graphics just look amazing. They just did such an incredible job on the
graphics,
on the
particle effects,
images and everything.
Yeah, I did notice that they changed a lot of the paintings and stuff.
Yes,
Like there's a lot of small details that they actually changed.
Because of like newer episodes.
Yeah, newer episodes of the actual show and everything. But the heart and soul of the game is all there, which is incredible considering like I said, they rebuilt it
from scratch.
They didn't just like remaster an existing game; they rebuilt it.
I see. What's more effective though is with SpongeBob. When you do his like normal this when he does the swing with the bubble blower or whatever.
Bubble swing, whatever
double
it's called.
swing, yeah.
That one, I don't think that really has a name.
Yeah, but when he swings it, it does a little bit more damage. Like I don't know, it seems like it does more damage than the original one. Like it adds a little bit more like it looks like it's more like damage than the old one. I did notice that. Like I don't know, it's hard to compare, but I don't know. I guess it's just the controller because it vibrates when you hit something.
You hurt my head.
Okay, you know what?
I'm confused.
It's hard to explain it without showing you.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
But the music.
Oh, incredible.
Incredible. They had to use the same soundtrack, or else that would have been too much of a change.
Yeah. Of course, my favorite has to be SpongeBob's Dream. Of course.
I think I can play a little excerpt.
Yeah, a little excerpt on SpongeBob's Dream. Because he actually downloaded it on Spotify. So
I had to.
Yeah, he downloaded it on Spotify and he tried to share it with us, but unfortunately it didn't. For some reason,
I downloaded it online, then I was able to
work out,
get it onto Spotify, and now I can play it anywhere,
even in the car.
I have done that.
He has a lot.
It's okay. It's a good soundtrack.
No, it's acceptable. I'm kidding.
There's gonna be a live podcast fight.
I'm kidding. I'm
gonna fight him. Don't pat me on the back. I'm kidding. You can.
But yeah, no. I love the way they did Flying Dutchman's Graveyard though, with the moon. How they enlarged it and just
Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, I think might be the best looking.
Yeah, they did a really nice job with that. Probably
SpongeBob's Dream looks really cool though.
It does. I like how they did that as well. But definitely, I think Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, out of all the places, blows it out.
Yeah, I think it looks the best.
Yeah, especially when you're on the Bikini Bottom, like I said, with the moon glowing in the distance. That's probably the best one.
Agreed.
The worst one? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. To me, I've always hated Rock Bottom. I've always hated it. Or Kelp Forest. One of those two.
Out of those two, I don't like Kelp Forest the most.
Yeah, I think Kelp Forest or Rock Bottom is like my least.
I like Rock Bottom. Like the sleeping robot.
Oh, the sleeping robot.
I think that was always like an interesting challenge.
Yeah, but like as a kid, I've always being impatient. You're like, I want to beat out the robot, and
I just want to beat the robot already.
I just want to beat the robot, and it always get me every time.
But no, I don't hate Rock Bottom that much.
Sure, I wasn't a fan of it. I don't know why.
Let's say the Murmelair.
I like the Murmur Lair. It's not bad. It probably that might be my third or fourth least favorite out of all.
Yeah, I like the Krusty Krab little level.
Yeah,
when you first get there, you gotta defeat all the robots.
I like that too. The way you go in there and it's like a little challenge that they throw at you.
Yeah, yeah. That one I always liked. Downtown. I was never really a big, even as a kid. I don't think I was really a big fan of it.
I like Downtown. I like Downtown Bikini Bottom, especially the Sky Needle.
Well, that one just pisses me off because at the bungee jumping, I suck at that. So you have to destroy all the tikis. Oh my god!
Yeah,
it took
to
me
get
forever.
a golden spatula. Yeah,
It took me forever.
Yeah, I like Downtown though. I liked how it looked and rehydrated though. I liked how it looked. Looked really authentic. You know, it looks like you were like basically in Bikini Bottom.
Saying Sand Mountain.
I like Sand Mountain. Even though one of the levels, and I know which one you're referring to, with one of the slides
nearly impossible to beat the time.
It is, unless you have to jump down, which I did a few times where I jumped down.
You have to like try and jump around and skip points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I was able to do. On my computer, I beat all three. On my Switch, we'll get to why I have three.
Yeah.
But the Switch one, I can only beat one of the times. The other two, I'll go back at some other point.
Yeah, because is it the third? Was it the third one that you were struggling with, or the second one? The second one's with the snowman.
That was the one I struggled with. The snowman, I think.
The snowman. Okay.
And then all those spikes. Oh my god.
Oh, the spikes are annoying. But no, the snowman. It took me a while to get that done too. Because
I didn't.
The one in the beginning where it's like right off course where you have to jump up with I use Sandy with it, but it was so hard to finally get it. It took me like 2 or 3 tries to finally hit it on the nose. But it was just difficult in the beginning just to try to get everything down because like I had to look up on YouTube where the last snowman was because it was in such a random place. But the other Sand Mountain one, the first one was the third one? No, the third one was pretty easy. The beginning one the beginning one was really easy. You know, I was just going down that with time. There was really, you know, you had your sock. You had to get some of the socks on there, so you know it wasn't too bad. Finding the socks were not that bad though.
It's like some of them throughout the whole game. Some of them are like right there in your face. Others are hidden. Like this one, I forgot about till I was just randomly discovered it. Behind the Krusty Krab, there's a dumpster. You hit it, there's a sock.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one, it took me forever to find.
And then with destroying Squidward's house, you get a sock. One
sock or a spatula?
Sock.
No, I thought it was a spatula.
Is it? Oh, it is a spatula. Okay, you're right. One of the most annoying places for socks is Jellyfish Fields.
Yeah.
There's 14 of them. Literally, almost a fifth of the socks are on that. Just that one.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I like Jellyfish Fields. It's just there's so many socks to find over there. If you miss one, it's hard to trace back to where you didn't get it.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Jellyfish Fields, for me, was since I played it as a kid so much, and so that level is built for, you know, starting off the game. So me knowing the game, it's just kind of annoying to get through all the like easy stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll explain why I have 3 copies. So I pre-ordered it for PS4 a while, like months ago. That might have been like back in September. I pre-ordered it because I figured I had it for PS2. So I figured, I'll get it for PS4. And then I got a new monitor for my computer, 4K monitor. So I'm like, ooh, it's going to look cool in 4K. So then I pre-ordered it on my computer. It wasn't until the game released I realized, I have it for both now. Okay. Then the Switch one up.
And he got it with a Switch.
I figured, hey, it's the Switch. I can bring it anywhere.
He's like, why not? I'll take it with me. Why not?
Yeah.
It's like, I can take it anywhere I want.
Yeah, so I own 3 copies of the game.
He owns 3 copies. You know, he casually owns it. And of course, the boys were busting our chops. He busted my chops about it because he's like, "Oh, you don't own 3 copies? You're not a real fan, then." So I was like, "Oh, I gotta get on Tim's level then. I don't know. I gotta get it for the PS5.
Yeah.
Gotta get it for the PS5. So I don't know. But one of the most funnest is a word, right?
Funnest, I guess so.
Like, I don't know. We'll make it a word now. But,
most enjoyable.
We'll put that. Yeah, most enjoyable map of all. Ooh, that's a tough one. Most enjoyable map of all, for me, I gotta say, I might have to go with SpongeBob's Dream.
I think I was gonna agree with you. Either that or Flying Dutchman. I used to hate the Flying Dutchman area.
I hated it as a kid.
But like going through it now, I'm like, it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like there's a little bit of a challenge, especially in the one part where you have to like jump on the walls and stuff.
Oh, that one took me forever.
Yep.
That took me forever to do.
See, it's like a fun challenge though.
Oh, when when jumping on the walls, but then those like things do the turntable. Yeah. Oh, I hated that. Hated that. It took me forever to do. I almost got it in the first try, but I jumped way too early and I missed the platform.
It took my took my brain a couple minutes to process it. Not gonna lie, I'm like, how do I do?
Yeah, probably SpongeBob's Dream. Honestly, I know you hate it. But I really like Downtown. I liked when I
like being when you're on like the rooftops. That part I like.
Yeah.
It's being down at the streets that I'm like,
Yeah, when you have to go through with SpongeBob with the roll and everything. Or...
Yeah, that one I was about.
Mm.
The one part of Downtown I really like is after you finish on the rooftops and you have to go through like go down the one building.
Oh, where it's like you fight the robots?
The waves.
Yeah.
That part I've always loved that
part. The boss battles. We didn't touch on the boss battles. My favorite boss battle has to be either... I was going to say the SpongeBob one, but I think after playing the Rehydrated one, I love playing Sandy.
Nah, Patrick's my favorite.
I had a tough time with him.
Exactly. It's a little challenging, but at the same time, the
old one was tougher.
Fun.
The old one was tougher, I think. Even the one in the final battle with like the robot Plankton, that one was harder too because he had the lasers. But this one was like ice cubes, where he shoots out like ice and stuff.
Who? Patrick?
Plankton.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Patrick too, but Plankton does as well. They changed that. I did notice that. That was a little mini change they did.
What?
That robot Plankton, like in the original had like a purple laser, but in this one it was like ice, looked like icicles to freeze you.
No, it was. I don't think. No, I think it was still laser. So I got hit by it a few times. If it would have froze you like.
Oh, I did. Oh, that's probably why. Because I didn't get hit by it. That's probably why. But
yeah, you're so good, right?
No, I didn't get hit by it.
You're so good.
Yeah.
You're so good.
I was good. I actually had when I was, after I defeated, Robot SpongeBob, you know how you go in there and like
destroy his head and break him from the inside. I like that boss battle. It's the one part he goes like Krakata or something, does the karate moves. Yeah, that kept getting me. So I died once and then I went through it. I really like when you're like in his head though. That was fun. Yeah,
you know what? The part actually, I had a little bit of a brain fart like you did on Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. It took me a second to realize that I needed to do the rocket, the bubble rocket to go into his head and just
into the different spots.
Yeah, it took me a second to figure that out. I'm like, oh, that's what I have to do. Okay. I was like, all right. I feel like the Robot Plankton in the original was tougher than the Rehydrated one. I feel like he was a lot more tougher because he avoided...
I actually forget that last boss battle from the original.
Yeah. Because, like, it's always... I always remember that, obviously, the Sandy one was the beginning part, but, like...
Yeah, that was the first boss battle for... King Jellyfish.
The Sandy part actually got me because, like, you know how when the robot comes off the whatever that's called, like the end of the ring.
Yeah, the sides.
The sides, and launches all, and she has like the springs. Oh, the one where she has double springs.
Oh, I could never fit. Every time. I could not figure out the proper. Do you have to jump once or jump twice? I couldn't figure it out.
Nah, it just was.
I just had the right amount of Health. So I got through it.
The right amount of underwear.
Yeah. Didn't want to say it, but
yeah. So for you guys that have not played this game,
play it.
Definitely play it. It's a lot of fun. But in the game, basically the health is basically pairs of underwear. Yeah, that's what it pretty much means.
Every time you get hit.
Favorite character in the game? Sandy.
To play as?
Sandy. I love playing as Sandy because especially when you're in a long distance and she uses the lasso to get
the
over
helicopter
there.
thing.
Yeah.
I think I can agree with you there.
Sandy I don't know. I think SpongeBob in the original was pretty good, but I think Sandy takes it and rehydrated. The freaking karate chop.
Yeah. Oh, her karate chops they can hit like 3 robots.
Yeah.
With one.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I played the multiplayer. I played online.
That's the only thing I still haven't tried.
It's okay.
It's like wave based.
Yeah, it's like wave based of all the robots, and you get all these shiny objects and stuff. I didn't finish it. I was paired up with somebody, and we did the islands, and it was all right. It just got boring after a while because it's just kind of repeating over and over again.
Yeah.
Fortunately, when I quit, I had like 7,000 shiny objects, so I'm like, all right, maybe I can get a spatula of crabs, because I already have 96, maybe I can get 97 gold spatulas. But for the people that haven't played the game, you have to get to complete all the golden spatulas. There's 100 golden spatulas, and you have to get like 8 from Mr. Krabs that you have to pay like shiny objects. I don't know how much.
You find all Patrick's socks.
Yeah. And it's a little annoying because like you have to like obviously in the game
Your treasure chest looking a bit light there, boy.
I ain't running a charity. I'm like, thanks, but like,
thanks crabs.
But it's so hard to because like you have to pay like 100 shiny objects to get a golden spatula sometimes, or
then it goes up to like
28,
3,000, 5,000,
Yeah.
9,000. I forget what it is.
It was
there.
like it was 3, 5, 9, 12, 15, 18, something like that.
Yeah.
It was a little annoying because at first you're just like, I want to just get these golden spatulas and complete the game. But the one thing that I was so let down about...
I was just going to mention it. You guys want to hear Ted rage?
The one thing I was
the movie theater.
The movie theater. I literally let me down so much. When I watched a clip on YouTube, the guy went in there and it was just all clips. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, and people...
For 40,000 shiny objects.
40,000 shiny objects just to watch clips. And it's like, that's not even worth the grind at that point. Like, you already got 100 spatulas, so it's like, pretty much, after you get the 100 spatulas, you're pretty much done with the game, basically. That's just the only thing that's such a letdown, because think about it, you could have put the original SpongeBob movie in that. How cool would that have been? Just to watch the movie for 40,000 shiny objects. Like, people were commenting on the video. It's like, you could have put any SpongeBob movie on there.
Or even an episode.
Or an episode, yeah, exactly.
An episode of SpongeBob.
For 40,000 shiny objects, and that would be perfect.
That would have been
That would have been the icing on the
cake. Or put, like, the first episode of SpongeBob in there.
Yeah, or the first episode of SpongeBob that was ever created.
Yep.
See, now that would have been a home run. But to me, that was the only negative side of the game. I wish that they...
So it was like that in the original, but they should have with modern
tech now, and with the better technology that we have today compared to 2003,
2001, 2002, that the game was probably being made.
Yeah. So like it just having that in there, could have had the original SpongeBob movie or the episode like you said. That was just the only letdown. But besides that, the game was just great.
So we touched on it a little bit. The final boss battle. We touched on it a little bit.
The SpongeBob one?
Yeah.
I liked it. I mean, I got used to it.
I thought...
The one annoying part was the hand. The hand kept getting me sometimes.
Yeah.
Which, like, does the whole hand thing.
Yeah, when you do the krakata!
Oh, the krak...
And then I'd be...
You have to time, like, how many times, because whenever he's on, like, the lowest part, it's 4. Whenever, if it's middle, it's 3. And then it's 2.
Yeah. But, what was I going to say? Because I would, when you do that, he would...
The karate chop?
Yeah, the karate chop. Then I would jump, and then as I'd be coming down, he'd do, like, the swipe across.
Oh, that would
and
get
he'd
me.
Get me.
Yeah, that too. because like you're already in midair, and it's like hard to like try to like go up again because you're already in midair and you already double jumped. So it's like all right, and I can't go down to the bottom or else it resets. So can't really do that either. So it's a little difficult at first when you first get in there, but once you do it, like for me, it took me 2 or 3 tries just to finally get it done. It
took me 2.
Because I had the first time I did it, I was already low on underwear.
Yeah, me too.
I was already low on underwear, and I had really no chance because like it does take a lot of underwear.
It do be like that sometimes. It takes a lot of underwear. Sometimes I go through 4 or 5 a day. It's hard.
Wow, that's something I never knew about you. It's good to know. It's good to know that he goes through 4 or 5 underwear a day. You kid? Seems like yeah.
What?
No, I was about to say. Nah, I gotta keep it PG. But I
don't want to know where you're going with that.
I'll tell you off.
I'm kind of scared now.
No, it's nothing. I think
I don't want to end the episode now.
I think you guys know what I'm referring to.
I don't.
You don't? Okay, I'll tell you after we're done. Don't worry, it's nothing, guys.
This is gonna be like a 6-hour episode. I don't want to stop now. No, I don't want to know.
But what else did we touched on the bosses? We touched on finding the campers in Kelp Forest.
I actually did that pretty easily.
It was alright.
Like I just ran into them half the time.
Yeah. No, you know what's funny? I actually, it was kind of ironic. I died in this one point. You know, like he fell into the water and had to reset. Right. I had like 2 campers left, and I didn't realize like once it respawns you, like I actually died like you know where that one tiki is that's like around that little. It's like right next to where the tikis are. We have to put the 3 tikis on, so you go up the whatever. To get the golden spatula and go into the cave.
Yeah.
So I died right there, and I respawned right by that robot that carries like the little house where they has like the robots that explode.
Oh yeah, like the
child robots or whatever, kid robots.
Like the dog thing, whatever it is. Yeah.
So I get in this one corner and I respawn there, and I didn't realize I turn around because I'm like, what's behind me? It turns out it was a camper. I didn't even know.
I found that one first off.
Yeah,
as soon as I went into the.
I was like, oh wow.
Not round, like
that section.
Area section, yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny because I'm like, wow, thanks.
I literally I wasn't even looking for them. I would just run into them. I'd be like, oh hey buddy.
Especially when in the cave.
Oh, yeah.
In the cave, there was this one section where I had to, you have to get the tiki onto the platform, and you have to use your rocket, your bubble rocket.
Oh, that one in the cave, that whole maze where you have to use the rocket.
And then,
my God.
Dude, it took so long because you have to switch characters every single time.
And it's not like each area there was like the bus thing to switch. You'd have to go all the way back to the beginning, switch, go all the way back.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do, go all the way back and switch. Oh
yeah,
God.
That had to have been probably the most annoying part about the game, period. Just having to go through all that. Because that, you know what was a big F? One of the tikis was on the thing. I used my rocket. Hits the tiki. I was like, oh no.
You gotta start over.
I gotta start all over. I gotta start that section all over again. So I was like, oh, come on, man. It was so frustrating because it's just like, I just want to get to the next part. Just the next part, finish that, and then that'll be that. But Kelp Forest, like I said, is probably one of my least favorite, besides Rock Bottom, but
I like Rock Bottom.
I don't know.
For the most part. Like the museum, I really like that section.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just the one part where you have to get the lasers and stuff. I don't know. I just never really liked Rock Bottom too much.
No, actually, that part right after that part where at first I couldn't find where I had to go. I finally did, and I just kept dying by the sleeping robots. Oh my God.
No, the work. Okay, no. You thought Kelp Forest was bad? Remember in Murmelair with the little lasers? You have to use Patrick with the watermelon and try to. You pick up the watermelon and you hit the button and like 3 of those lasers turn around.
Oh yeah. I had to look that up to solve it.
Yeah, I did too.
Not gonna lie, I had to look that one up. You had to,
or else you're not gonna be able to get it. It was a pretty big process. It was like you had to hit like 5 or 6 buttons to finally get it situated. I don't know, that part was probably one of my least favorite too. besides the tricky part in Kelp Forest. But SpongeBob's Dream, like I said, I think it takes the cake.
Oh, I love that one.
I just love how they designed it. The only annoying part about that is the ball. When you go in the beginning
to try and get that golden spot, that took me
a while to do.
That probably took me like 15 minutes to get. Yeah.
Because you have to, but actually in the old one, it was much harder to get because you had to stand, or you have to stand on the edges so make sure it doesn't go off. In the hydrated one, they made it easier.
It stays on track.
Yeah, it stays on track. And the old one, it didn't. You had to work your way over there to get it. And it was hard too.
So my favorite of the dreams, Squidward's was annoying, having to jump through all the music notes.
Yeah, Sandy's, I liked Sandy's. It was
Sandy's wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's just slides.
I've always liked, even as a kid, I liked Mr. Krabs. His dream.
The robots?
Seeing all the money, I thought it always looked cool.
The robots.
It took me the tar throwing one. Spitting, whatever it is.
I hated that one. That one took me 2-3 tries to finally get it done because the tar guy kept getting me every single time. That one was good. I liked, Patrick's was funny. You just go down there and it was just...
It's just him in darkness.
Yeah. There was a glitch actually in that game, in the old one, where you can run forever. You can run
I remember that.
Yeah, they patched it in this one.
No, I tried it. I remember I tried, and then there was a wall there.
Yeah,
so I remember in the original going far
away, and you wouldn't even know where you were at. So it was just kind of funny, and that was great. But the only annoying part about that one was with the sharp thingies on the edge of the cube, where you had to watch out where it turns and shit turns.
You're talking about right as you get into the dream?
That, and then at the end.
Yeah.
Where you have to bite the tar guy. I hate those.
Oh my god.
That was a process. That was literally a process to get that situated and stuff.
That was like memorization.
Yes.
You had to go so many times to memorize the pattern.
The patterns, yeah. That was like that even in Bikini Bottom too. Whenever, when you have to get that golden spatula above Shady Shoals.
Yeah. That one took me 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah. That one took a while. It took a little bit because it's just trying to figure out how it flips and stuff like that, and make sure you got to get it all situated and stuff. Goo Lagoon. Goo Lagoon. I like Goo Lagoon. I think it's a good map. The only part I love the beginning part. The only thing I just didn't like about Goo Lagoon, it's for both. It's for both. But the only thing I hated about Goo Lagoon was the pier. I don't know why. I just didn't like the pier. No,
that was always one of my favorite areas.
I always liked. I
remember as a kid when you have to turn the way the sun reflects on the lifeguard towers.
That I had to look up because I couldn't.
That I did myself, but as a kid I could never get it.
It was annoying it's a process to finally figure it out.
The one thing I said this to you that I was proud of that I figured out without looking up. In the Mermalair, there's the golden spatula that's encased in glass.
Yes.
And you have to guide that ball all the way around.
That took me, as a kid,
as a kid, I was never able to get it. I never got it.
The freaking fan at the end where it's swaying in front, you have to use the bowling ball.
Yeah.
Most annoying fan I've ever seen. It was just annoying as hell.
Yeah, as a kid, I never got it. And then I got to the part, I'm like, crap.
Yeah.
It took me a couple of tries, but I figured it out, and I got it. I was so proud.
We didn't touch on the battle between, what's his name, Pierre? The plankton, the one with
yeah. Yeah, that mini-boss battle.
Mini-boss battle.
What was his name?
Was it Pierre? I could have sworn it was Pierre.
I'm going to
look it up. But that was kind of annoying a little bit, especially when he has the boat. Was it a boat horn?
What?
It was some sort of boat thing, or it was I don't know if he had, wasn't it a saxophone or something he'd blow at you? Something
like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Prawn. That's what it was.
With a P. Prawn.
Prawn, okay. Yeah, that was it was a little tricky because you had to use your bowling ball and you have to match up if there was a white spacing that you would bowling ball and try to hit them. Sometimes it would suck because sometimes the bowling ball would touch on the edge of the red and it would go away and
it would poof away.
Yeah, so it was just tough there. What else in the Murmur that was tough? I mean, you touched on that ball, which yeah, that was annoying. A lot more easier, I think, in this one than the original. Um, what else? Murmur was all right. The squares were a little annoying. I actually couldn't get the one where you had to match up, with Mermaid Man. He's sitting on the couch in the Mermaid Lair, and you have to throw the watermelon at the 3 red dots.
Oh yeah.
I just couldn't get it. As a kid, I was struggling so hard to finally get it, and finally got it. And it was funny because sometimes I'm like, why am I missing golden spatulas? And it was because I didn't go back to them for it. Because I didn't.
That reminds me. There was one. I was playing the game. I got to a part in Kelp Forest with Barnacle Boy.
Was it in the cave?
I don't remember.
Because he's in the. He's in the cave.
It probably was. And you had to collect those
crystals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
you're like,
because I got to the cave, stopped playing, went back to it 2 days later, just played it, collected. I'm like, oh, what were these for? Then completely forgot to go back to him, so I had to find him and get that golden spatula because I found all the crystals, but then forgot to go back to him.
Yeah, I was like, I still got this golden spatula I gotta find, and it was from that, like one of those. It was one of those ordeals, and it's overall just a great game. Overall wise,
what would you give it? Whole game out of 10?
I know I said 10 out of 10, but I would say probably 9 out of 10, just because of the theater. I just wish they did something with the theater.
For me, I'm gonna say agree. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. For that, Mr. Krabs. I mean, they easily could have fixed that. Come on.
I hated when I didn't have enough shiny objects.
Your treasure chest looking a bit light there, boy.
I ain't running on charity.
That's really what comes down to the big thing that bugged me was they didn't get the actual voice actor.
Yeah. Ahoy there, Spongebob.
Because other than Mermaid Man, every other voice actor from the game is from the show.
Yeah.
It's just Mr. Krabs is the one they could have fixed, and they didn't.
I hate when he said, ahoy there, Spongebob. It's like, come on, man.
But when the guy tried to do that Mr. Krabs laugh, I kind of cringed. I was like, no. It's like,
I was like, nah, you can't do it. The OG knows what's good.
Yeah, he's the only one that can do it.
Yeah.
I want to hear your best SpongeBob impression.
I can't do it. I can't do that.
You gotta do the laugh.
I can't.
Do it.
I can't do the laugh. You can do it.
I can't do it. You do it.
I can't do it.
I'll do it if you do it.
I've only embarrassed myself here.
That's okay. Me too.
I don't know.
He's gonna go da.
There it is. There we go. That's it. There it is.
That's how we'll end this episode
Patrick,
here.
You gotta do your Patrick impersonation.
I don't speak Italian.
I can't see my forehead.
I can't see my forehead.
Woo! Up she goes.
Oh God. All right. That's how we're gonna end this.
Yeah, we'll edit that.
So yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for listening this week. Make sure you guys follow us on all our socials. You can check them out on our website, tntpodcast.com. And with that said, we will catch you guys next week.
Peace, guys.